out here staying connected with my girl, Nancy. Good to see you.
Yes.
Outside of pictures. I've been seeing all your little pictures.
It's been a minute since we connected.
How was your birthday?
Months. My birthday was blessed.
Was it?
Yeah.
How old you turn, Nancy?
50.
You turned 50? Really?
50.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
okay.
50.
Go ahead, join the 50 club.
Yeah, I'm in the 50 club now.
Go ahead to the 50 club.
Yes,
and you're
sir.
wearing it good, too.
Thank you. God is good to me.
Yeah. Your spirits is high, always. Even when you're mad, you still try to find a way to smile about something,
I
man.
had to.
Yeah. What's going on, man? What happened with the job? I know you said that they threw a monkey wrench at you.
Yeah, so they fired me on my vacation. I was on a cruise in the middle of the ocean. What I was told was I couldn't go on my approved vacation and I needed to get insurance. And by that time, it was like a week out.
Mm-hmm.
The insurance was $500. I asked him were they going to pay for it. He said no. The clinical director fired me wrongfully. And now I'm finding out that they only put in $10,000 into my unemployment when it should have been more than that because I worked there for over a year and 3 months.
So you got nothing out of this?
$10,000 is what I get for unemployment, and I have kids to take care of.
Well, shit, hell, that ain't even your bills for a few months.
No, it's not. It's not.
How you dealing with that though, mentally?
Well, of course, I had to take time to heal from this whole process. They canceled my youth group as well.
Really?
Yeah, they canceled my youth group, but because it's mine, it's my.
Were they affiliated with you? With your youth?
Yeah.
It was connected, right?
Connected
Okay.
to the job, absolutely. Hey, Eric, don't be trying to get up and walk, cause I don't want you falling in here. Just chill out, okay?
Yeah, pass me a cigarette so I don't have to get up.
Des.
Go ahead. I can pause this and you can take care of it
Okay,
fast.
okay.
Go ahead. Okay. So they canceled everything on you.
Yeah, they canceled my youth group. They still owe me over $22,000. They saying that they overpaid me. I haven't been paid. I was still getting payments from the summertime. They tried to take money from me, but thank God I have all the documentation.
Yeah. Keep that paper trail.
I am.
We already know from
I
past
am.
experience, if we ain't got that paper trail, we screwed because they got one on us.
Oh, trust me.
They keep paper trail
Yeah,
on us.
and then they put armed guards in the corporate office in Dayton.
Yeah.
Because they know that they're doing wrong. And so with all of this, you know, I had to heal because I was so broken from that. Like you using me, you using my skills, and basically you just pimped me for my gift. You know what I'm saying? And then you still don't want to pay me. They didn't pay me my last check, so they withheld that. Like I said, 10,000 on unemployment when it should have been like 50. And I mean, just the dirty stuff.
I want you to try to get to the Urban League as soon as you can.
I am. I know now.
And
I'll be there tomorrow morning.
yeah, and reach out to the prepaid legal team and see what doors can open for you.
Yeah.
I mean, and if anything I run across, I'll link into you. Now that I know.
Yeah, but
You know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
class action lawsuit. There's more than one person.
Absolutely.
And they just fired 2 more people wrongfully because they couldn't make payroll.
Yeah. Make sure you dock that info too.
Yeah. Oh, trust me.
So again, how you dealing with this?
What
What has it done for you?
What has it done to
Your
me?
home?
What has it done to me?
Yeah. What it do to you?
Not being able to pay my water bill. The fact that if I can't pay my water bill, my house is inhabitable.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of girls got to wash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Period.
Oh, yeah. And
Period.
just not being able to get the repairs, the minor repairs that need to be done to help these things. Not being able to pay rent on time, not being able to pay the gas and electric on time. I mean,
Because it's a
done
team
lot.
thing with you, right?
Yeah, it definitely.
It's a team thing.
Yeah. And Babe doesn't make enough to provide.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about that. His
Mention emotional damage.
he's in the mental, the small part of it. How have you been sleeping?
Who, me?
Yeah. Not sleeping too well behind? Did this trip to Atlanta help you any mentally?
It did. But being able to see my family and know that God opened up doors for me on this trip. See, I didn't know that God was going to give me a blank slate.
Mm-hmm. What you mean when you say blank slate?
There's nothing there. Where I was at in South Carolina, there's nothing. Okay. No programs, no anything. And so I just seen.
So that's your direction. You want to go there. Talk to me about that.
And just open up mental health, because it's a slave town.
Gotcha.
It's a very small town in South Carolina. I grew up there, between there, here, and New York, because my mom, my adopted mom, that's where her father is from. So it's her biological father. He was free from slavery. He built his own house. He worked for the railroad. He built his own house. He was given his acres and his mules.
So what you got waiting for you?
I got a portion of it. It'll have to be split 4 ways, because it's four of us on that state land. But it'll be split 4 ways, and that's enough for me.
So you got a piece of land to reside at. To get yourself together. So you take your whole family, just you
and my daughter wants to go to an HBCU. So 2028 she'll graduate.
So you're going?
It's gone. I'm gone.
So who's going to South Carolina with you?
Whoever wants to go.
Whoever wants to go.
Whoever wants to go.
All right.
I'm just waiting for my son to get out of jail. So you don't know if it'll be May or June of this year, or May or June of next year.
But you're definitely going to look forward to that start over.
I'm looking for the whole start over.
Well, you know, man, it's here's my struggle with that. I almost made the same move. Before I started this channel, I was going to move to Vegas. And I knew it was going to be tougher there because I didn't have it. I don't know no resources. I don't know nobody. I didn't have no corners to turn. You know, and I knew it'd be tough once I get settled. And then I got worried about the distractions and the boredom. And I remember how I was when I get lost on time. I chased distractions. I lived out of some sense of desperation. I took the inspiration away. And that's my fear of moving. And I want to talk to you about your fear, if there's any fear on moving, because you know, let's just say, no pun intended to anybody, let's say you go by yourself. Okay? Let's say you and a guy go. Let's say just you and one of your kids go. You know, it's going to be some downtime. You understand? And then on top of that, when you get away like that, is when you really know who you're dealing with and who you got. Because now we ain't got nowhere to run. We got to talk these problems out. We got to work them out. We got to watch what we say to each other, how we move.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because you even got to be careful with that in relationships. You fool around and get someone and be like, oh my God, this is the true light. You understand what I'm saying? What kind of fears you got about that? Eddie?
I don't.
You just ready to go?
I'm just going to be building my credit. So when it's time to get that house built and break that ground, it's going to be here. I got 2 years. I don't fear anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's my problem.
Right.
Is I'm fearless. But the fear that I have for God, the respectable fear, but I don't fear anything. And that's my problem, is I fear nothing.
It can be. It can be I see you where you say that's a problem. Because now fear, sometimes you're just like, fuck it, I'm going in.
And that's what I do.
And then you get in and sometimes be like, oh shit, I can't see shit.
Well, just like we moved here, you know, I was dealing with some racial discrimination towards my daughter in school.
Out here?
In Portsmouth.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
So we moved here, April 15th will be 4 years. So right after we got married, we moved.
Gotcha.
But the racism that was coming at her from being in Portsmouth, and you know, it was only a couple black kids, but they had white parents. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
They was adopted. They had white parents that had stature and name dropping. But they accused my daughter of being inappropriately dressed. The one little boy called her.
Go ahead. We get back to him. But what do they consider inappropriate dress?
So at gym time, she had on leggings for gym.
Okay.
The exercise workout leggings.
They consider it not dress for gym.
They said that it was inappropriate. I said, well, you didn't give her a ticket, so the teacher was literally watching her making inappropriate comments.
The teacher was? Oh, wow.
So he was grooming who he wanted. He wanted my black baby. But because he was a white man, married, and just had a baby, oh, that can't be possible.
Yeah.
Our white teacher,
And that's just how they sweep things under,
yeah,
too.
And I went to the
They
board
look at their
meeting.
life and judge it versus if it was somebody black, you got to be wrong.
I went to the police station. They wouldn't do nothing. I went to the board meeting. They said, your daughter's at fault.
The board said that? Did your daughter get a chance to say anything?
Yes, she did. She did, and she got to tell her story, how she was called a nigger, and by the little boy on the bus, and they said, well, our audio wasn't working, so she's not telling the truth.
Did she tell them how uncomfortable they made her feel?
Yeah, they did.
And it held no weight.
They just said, your daughter's at fault. She was inappropriately dressed. I said, well, you didn't ticket her for being inappropriately dressed. I said, that would have been the right thing to do.
What grade is she in now?
She is a sophomore.
Same school?
No, that was in Portsmouth, Ohio. That was in Portsmouth, Ohio. Yeah.
Well, she's getting ready to have to deal with a whole different battle going to South Carolina.
Well, I mean, HBCUs, that's what she wants.
Yeah.
So we about to start applying for these scholarships.
How's her mental though?
Well, right now with, the situation with her dad,
Okay.
I mean, that's awesome.
What's your name again, brother?
Eric.
Eric? Okay, just so the viewers don't think that me and you tripping.
Yeah, no.
it's another brother here. And I want to throw that in real fast since we brought that subject up, man. You moved brother Eric in the middle of you're having your family, going through your trials and tribulations, and your marriage. I know where your heart is, and I love it.
But
I love it.
I can't see my people just be out like that.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have a relationship with his older son. Like I told you, I took him to his brother in Washington courthouse, and he robbed him, left him there just sit and piss and filth and all of that, and just took his money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, God don't like ugly.
He came to you, or you went and got him?
No. He ended up in the hospital. His blood pressure was 300 over something. And his insulin, his sugar was so high that he should have been dead. But God.
So how did it come across your table?
They called me.
They called you?
From the hospital. They called me from Riverside.
Okay. Was
and
you
like we got Eric, because my name and my number was still on his paperwork.
Got you.
From when we
That's
had
what I
him
was.
previously in Portsmouth.
Got you.
And so they called me and they said, well, he's here. This is what was going on. His sugar was so high he should have been dead. His blood pressure was through the roof.
How long before you got him here after that phone call?
He stayed here. So
I mean, was it the same
him.
day or the next day?
No. The same day they called me, I was up there.
And
Me and my daughter was up there. And then they transferred him to a nursing home, which I wouldn't put my dead dog.
Yeah, I hear a lot of bad stuff about nursing homes. So how long he stayed in the nursing home before he got here?
He's been there since May. He's been there
since last year, May.
Yeah.
And he's been with you since
today.
Since today. Okay. You knew he was coming when?
I knew he was coming when they called me and told me that we're gonna have to start paying out of pocket a week ago.
And I asked that question because
1 week ago.
1 week.
1 week ago, when they called me and said that he's going to have to pay out of pocket, or we're going to have to pay out of pocket, even with his insurance. They said insurance.
Keep that money, bring it to the house, put it in bills. This is your second or third kid's father?
My last baby.
The last,
Number 5.
The last baby father.
Yeah.
Okay. How's that conversation now with your husband?
I know that he has some pullbacks, but I said to him, if it were you, I would do the same thing for you. If your family wasn't around, I loved you, once upon a time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love this man. Once upon a time, I had a daughter by him.
Right.
And even though we didn't get along and the things that happened, that transpired throughout our relationship went 100% well, it still doesn't mean that I need to turn my back on him and he doesn't exist. He's a human being and he has a disability. He actually had 3 strokes back to back. And because my daughter's so smart, she was able to call the squad for her dad.
Yeah.
You know, he has a lot of brain injuries, which we found out today. Like the doctor was reading his CAT scan reports. I got none of that information from the nursing home.
I empathize completely.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's hard though.
100%,
it's hard.
100% have your back because your heart is gold. I just want you to, during this process, both of you guys, you and Eric, to stay mindful. Stay mindful
Absolutely.
of Brother Bruce. Stay mindful
of him first.
And stay mindful that Eric was your last not so much relationship, I don't know that, but he's your last kid's father. I'm only speaking, which Eric probably understand me too. I'm speaking from men's standpoint, and Brother Bruce is not here, but just our conversation, which is open. That's just from a man. Those are the ears that are up. So I want you to strategically work this through as y'all work through for this brother, so y'all can be okay too.
Yeah.
Don't be unmindful of that because you and Bruce have turmoil too.
We did.
You understand what I'm saying? And putting your last in the household at the same time is a thin line, but it can work.
Well, it worked before.
It can work because, I mean, his brother's disabled, was clear. And your heart is gold, that's clear.
He can't even wipe his own behind.
So are you going to have to take up the aid part of it, or are you going to have to...
No. I won't.
You're going to get aid?
No. We're working it out with the doctor's office right now. That's actually where we were on our way from.
Because you can find your own aid for him. You know that?
Oh, yeah. I would preferably have a man, but somebody that I know and can trust. And
Why you say a man?
Because I don't want him with the female, because he hasn't been with the female for so long, and I don't want
And he
him
might
to
say
make-
any damn thing.
I know my baby dad, and I don't want him to say anything inappropriate, not knowing,
What
them
he's
not
doing.
knowing that he's really not all 100% here.
Gotcha.
So I don't want no backflow. But as far as me and my husband, I feel like this is the thin line that's going to determine us to in all of this.
It is definitely going to test y'all. But
It wasn't a problem before.
But this battle is like...
He did it without even thinking about it before.
Yeah.
But I think where it's been 4 years and Eric haven't been around, but I've still been able to take care of him at the nursing home. You know what I'm saying? I just want my husband to know that I love him with everything I have in me.
And that's going to have to show in your communication.
And it is.
Your body language. Even normally, Nancy, and I'm speaking to you from your brother, all right? Even normally, when y'all's tongue as women can be them swords, you're going to have to pull back because in his mind, now you're doing it because of, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even, and Eric's got to understand this, even some of these sit-down conversations that you're going to have to sit and have them talk with Eric because you got to monitor him, right?
Absolutely.
You got to be mindful that me and baby still got our show at 8 o'clock. We still got such and such and such and such, and there are things that's still in his mental capacity. And that's going to be a fight. Because you seem like you're stuck in your way of assertiveness, and he's still stuck in his way, but he has more confusion than you do at this point. I want you to remember that. And that's just me giving a fuck about y'all saving y'all's marriage and Brother E being taken care of, because this is where it's going to be. This is where it's going to be. You got to understand, Kat, you used to get the chicken first, now he get it.
Well, we already, that was established with the last go round. Now we going to have to remind him, but I don't think that he want that. Right now he just trying to live and survive and be well
safe.
and be safe and be warm. Because if it wasn't for me, he'd be out in the street right now. And I can't
Well, I think personally you should go ahead and get him a female aide. And I'm only saying it because give the brother something to look at and to talk to, and it works on your husband's mental capacity of at least Eric got somebody to fool with and not mine. I mean, you got to counter both of these situations. Now, the woman that have to deal with the verbiage or anything that he may say or do, she's trained for that. That's her job. You understand what I'm saying? Don't put a hard knuckle in.
I just wanted to protect the women though, because I don't want her saying,
I get it, but
hey, I don't want to come back because he verbally
and then they're going to send another one. That's all. These women are trained and they ready for this stuff, man.
Yeah, but
don't put no
I
hard
was
knuckle in front of this man.
In a workplace, I wouldn't want for another woman to be sexually assaulted in a workplace.
I don't think that he's going to do that. I don't. Well, you know more than what I know, but then you got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to, you know.
You got to have them conversations too.
Yeah, she got to stand.
But right now,
he only got one hand, good hand, right?
3 strokes. The mental capacity.
I get that, but it's verbal. He got one good hand, right? Mm-hmm. She knows to stand to the left. She knows to stand to the left. All right, get that man something. Get that man something to look at, so your husband ain't up in here tripping.
He ain't gonna be tripping anyway. I'm gonna keep him right. I keep him right anyway.
You got to.
I keep him right. He been here. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah. For real.
But those rides alone do something to us as men.
Yeah.
You hear me? I want you to know that. I want you to know that a lot of us men, we live through toughness, and y'all live through emotions. But we go through it too. We cried too. You know, when I separated from my ex-woman from 17 years, I was dating, but I was cheating the other woman because I'm looking for stuff that she did at the dinner table. But she didn't know I was doing that. I didn't want to hold her hand because it didn't feel like hers. I mean, the expectation of what you're accustomed of changes, and we forget about that because men don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. We veil it with a smile and a touch.
Yeah, or y'all compartmentalize it in y'all's nothing box, or y'all's little boxes that y'all got up here.
And a lot of times that's pampering the problem, which can also send that man into a sense of relapse of any kind of way.
Yeah, well, we definitely don't.
We don't want that.
We don't want that.
So you playing chess for you, and 2 other men and these children.
Well, first of all, if it wasn't for my daughter, I'm doing it for her. Yeah. Because, you know, if something happens to her dad, what would she be going through?
Yeah, but it's a percentage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a percentage of your heart that's for you too. Because, I mean, let's just keep it real.
I mean, in my heart, you know, the only thing that I really have a problem with is just letting him be out there with nobody, or him being out here in them crack houses and they taking his money. Nobody deserves that. He is on a fixed income. He does not have a lot. He don't have it like that to give no more. He ain't out here in a trap house no more. He ain't out here making hand over fist money no more. All of those things are over.
Yeah.
All of that life is over.
He's moving off the bare minimum.
Yeah. And so you just kick somebody to the curb like that.
So what's the ultimate goal?
To get him an assisted living.
Okay.
Get him an assisted living. I've got a blueprint, you know, from the doctor's office. I've got a plan, and it's just putting it into action. Getting him more than 2 hours a day with a home health aide, because he's fully incapable feeding himself, washing up himself, brushing his teeth. He went to the nursing home with a mouth full of teeth. Look at his mouth. Yeah. They let his teeth rot.
Why don't you? Well, you can't. I'm sorry.
I can't.
I almost said something that made Bruce cut my head off.
No, I can't. I can't be his home health aide.
You can't. Yeah.
Because I would have to wash him.
You will have to be all the way hands-on.
Yeah, and I can't. I can't. I'm a married woman. But what I can do is make sure that somebody cares for him under my supervision. They gotta go by my rules to take care of him.
And your bathroom's upstairs though, right?
No, it's a bathroom.
Oh, you got one down here?
But he'll be upstairs on the 3rd floor with the girls, and he can't do the steps. So we physically have to walk him up and down.
Well, he need to be somewhere flat anyway, because if there ain't nobody around, he might try to do the steps.
Well, he does. He used to leave out the house and leave the door open when we were in Portsmouth. Mm-hmm. And we tried to get him in assisted living there, but it just wasn't working. Because he was too defiant, and I know him too.
Okay.
You know, I don't, in my heart, I can't.
Yeah, it's just not even.
I care about him. I don't love him, but I love everybody.
Yeah.
With the love of God. But I care about him, and that's my daughter's father. And I don't want my daughter going through nothing behind her dad. She's really the only kid that have been involved with him.
What's your I can't let you speak for him, for hubby.
No, I can't.
But I want you to tell me his biggest worry he came to you with.
I mean, he's upset. You know, he's upset because he's like, right now in our life.
And life is okay for y'all right now.
I mean, right now in our life, we don't need this. But I had to ask him, babe, if it was you, wouldn't you want me to help you? He don't have no family. His daughter is it. He has a son that's grown and a baby that was adopted. So, and she's the only one that's really been present.
Okay.
You know, he used to watch her. He used to take care of her when I worked. When we lived here, when I worked, he would have her, you know, fully functioning, fully everything, in his right mind, and all of that. Even though we didn't get along like that, because I was in recovery and his lifestyle was still out there, we still had to come to an agreement.
Did he play a part of your addiction?
Absolutely. I got pregnant in my addiction with him. right before I got clean. I didn't even know I could have kids anymore.
Yeah.
And I got the treatment, and 4 months later, I found out I was pregnant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you just being you, man. And I can't wait to talk to brother just to keep him at ease. I want to come see y'all more.
Okay.
I
had COVID for over a month. I was sick.
I remember you telling me that, but you had it that long?
And then me and baby girl had it again. So what they told me was, I have long COVID.
What is that?
They said when I could keep it for longer, no symptoms.
But it ain't gonna kill you.
No symptoms.
So if you get a cold, it'll flare it up.
Anything.
So you have to be real careful on what you do.
I just been
protect your
my immune system.
Yeah, protect your immune system.
Yeah, that's why I've been really staying in the house a lot too. Yeah. It's really the first time.
Well, you're gonna have to have a challenge this summer too, because you don't want the fan directly on you. You got a water parks. You got to be careful where you sit after you get out. All this is because your immune system is sensitive.
Yeah.
And at our age, Nancy, we don't know what's going on with this engine. We take care of the paint job. We dress it up.
I don't know
we don't know what's going on
with the outside air.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? The air is deadly to anybody right now.
I'm trying to tell you.
You know, if you try to melt the snow with a lighter, it turns black. It don't melt.
Yeah.
You know, just the things.
I want to, before we shut it down, it's two other things. Boy, we got so much that we could talk about.
Oh yeah, we got so much to talk about because we got to catch up.
Yeah, and I ain't seen you in so long, and now that I know you got the situation going on, I want to not so much be advocate, but I want to see y'all more so I could tamper with you, Bruce, and even talk with little brother E from time to time off camera, just to kind of, you know, just to be bro. But it's amazing to know that you know my brother Kevin. You know, shout out my brother Kevin Strinker. That's my brother down in ATL.
Hey, big brother.
Yeah. One of the coldest barbers in Atlanta, man. Y'all find him.
Yes, he is.
Y'all find him.
Yes, he is. He working in Atlanta airport.
Yeah, and my sister Leslie, which is your sister. You know, I grew up with her, and all I remember about Leslie is how fun she was. She used to help me with answers to my questions, and she had the prettiest smile.
Yes.
And she was real mild. Mm-hmm. You know, how'd that feel meeting your sister? It was when y'all meet?
We met in 2009 when I was in treatment in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
And that time our biological mother was alive. And what she told Leslie was, don't ever send her no money, because I think she's still getting high. Don't try to build a relationship because of the animosity my mom had for me. But we connected immediately.
Yeah. Because she didn't go for the worst information.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I hate when people do that.
No.
Family, friends, or whatever. I hate when people do that. People do it with jobs too. Don't mess with her. She hate people. Well, no, maybe she hate you. Let me figure it out. Mm-hmm. You know, me and my sister may have a different bond, and it may, and obviously she looks different.
But she actually did my hair back in the days when she used to do hair for Roche.
You didn't know
her sister? I didn't know at that moment.
Really?
So my rap name was Queen Shakila, and her hair design name was Shakila, and they used to call her Shasha. She said, "How the fuck she got the same name as me?" Like that's how it came out.
That connection.
And I remember that, but she did my hair like that was my sister.
That's amazing.
And then we started talking, and we figured it out. Like we've crossed paths
We
before.
family.
Look at how good God is.
Man, look at
You
him, man.
allowed me to see.
Did you
my
tell her you
sister.
know me?
Huh?
You talked to her sister?
I talked to her today,
Uh-huh.
but I forgot because we were talking about my niece.
Yeah.
So my sister.
You got to tell her the
Jobber-
last name. The last name is going to make her be like,
Yeah, so my sister Jobber passed away
Yeah.
in 2009, January, on Inauguration Day, whenever that was. I was in jail. They were looking for me. They literally took shifts out there on Livingston and Lilly, and they was walking around posted up in their cars looking for me. I was in jail. My mom knew I was in jail. She didn't tell nobody till after their funeral.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
So I
crazy.
met her in 2009, and
But you let
we've
her
been
know,
close
man,
ever since.
that it was good to see and learn this. And she
Yeah.
know me probably by Juan. Yeah, my name is Des, but it's Des Juan.
Des Juan.
Everybody, they break it down. They call me Juan. So just let her know, man, it's good to see her.
Yeah.
God, I've seen a whole different glow in you. That subject went from Eric to sister, and I'm big on body language.
That's my sister.
Yeah, I'm big on body language.
It ain't nothing that can tear us apart. Like, I'm grateful we can't make up for the time that we missed, but we getting it in right now because she been here twice from Arizona this year in 1 year in less than months. She was here in October and she just left for my birthday.
I can see it on your language though, man.
That's my sister.
It's good stuff,
I
man.
love
It's
her.
good to have. It's like a piece of a puzzle.
It is.
And is there more that you haven't met?
My mom left another son at the hospital in Cleveland.
Okay.
We don't know.
How about Leslie's side? Have you met everybody yet?
I know her mom, and I know Roche and some of her cousins. But
great.
all I care about is that she's my
She
sister.
was playing in your hair, man. That's your
Yeah.
sister. Gotta love
Yeah,
it, man.
yeah. She had me looking fly too. I wish I had the pictures from back in the days, but I lost all of my memories
That's good stuff.
from where I grew up in my house. But yeah, she had me fly though for my portfolio pictures, for my snapshots. She had me fly.
Good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm grateful for that.
Before we get out of here, I want you to talk to your sisters out there who just trying to hold it together, and a lot of people get curveballs dealt with them. Like you got the job, you know, you got Brother Eric, you got your marriage building, but a lot of people don't talk about it. A lot of people carry it, they try, and like we talked earlier, they're just pampering a problem, waiting to explode. Talk to that sister, man, that's probably going through stuff that you went through, man, and you're okay with talking about it. Like you talking about the job and just opening up, man. And, you know, that gives us a chance to live out loud and give a shit about you in a different way.
I would say I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me first.
Yeah.
Because it took nothing but the love of God to keep me from doing what Nancy. So
That sister that does it,
I have to
really have
I had
faith
to be
in God.
ready. I had to be ready.
yeah.
I had to be ready, and it's a lot of obstacles to keep us from healing and getting the resources and things that we need to. We have to jump through hoops as Black women, especially, because nothing comes easy for us.
Mhm.
And so, with that being said, to my sisters, just hold strong, and I pray that you find somebody good in your life that you will meet, like a case manager, somebody that really loves themselves. That way they can love you and they will go the extra mile for you. But know that they can't do the work, you got to do the work. Because if you don't do the work, it's not worth it. Anything hard is worth the work. And so just continue to be mindful of yourself and take the time and get what you need. First of all, spiritually, then mentally, because that's where I had a problem. Mentally, I wasn't ready for everything that was going on in my life. And so God started dropping people in my life that were good for me. And I took advantage of that. So I just pray that somebody will come into your life that will line up with the word of God and be there for you 100%. But it can be done, because if I can do it, and I was bad out there, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. Just if you need to reach out to me, get in touch with Brother Dez. He has my number. I'm always willing to sit down and talk to the sisters so y'all can be strong, because there's a process of building yourself to the fullest that nobody can break you.
That's right.
But you have to allow God to do the work in you.
Yeah. Wow, that was powerful.
And,
I can't. Hey, that's like the last person singing on stage. I can't follow that.
but please call me if you have any problems. Reach out to Brother Dez and get my phone number and call me so we can sit down and talk. Because I don't want none of my sisters to be out here left hanging.
Nancy, it's a pleasure, and I always get chills when I'm done talking with you, because your testimony is so strong.
Babe, you falling off the couch.
Because your testimony is so strong. Boy, you guys is on alert. Listen, y'all heard that from my girl Nancy. We out here staying connected. Let's go.